Hello everybody to the first episode of the Spenser Simpson Culture Show. Since I don't have to explain to you what culture is, we're going to get right into the first episode. Cultural relativism, where I talk about all the relevant culture right now. The first one we're going to start off with is a very big and a very heavy topic. In the past few days, young African American was shot by a policeman. The story goes down as he was trying to break up a fight in his neighborhood, and between then and there we don't know much. The police showed up. He was trying to leave. He walked over to his car where his 3 children were waiting and got shot 7 times in the back. Some claim that he was reaching for a gun, but the question I want to ask you guys is it worth a person's life on a hypothetical gun he was grabbing? Later, this sparked protest again, where another man, some would call him a police, who was aspiring to be a policeman. Some would call him a terrorism, and some at Fox News would defend his actions as he shot 3 people to protest, killing 2. That is the recent Jacob riots, lootings, protest. I know there are many different names people like to call it. Next up, we've got the Batman trailer. Roll a clip.
The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
That was pretty good. I'm pretty excited. And that's it for the cultural relativism the segment of the podcast. Now let's get on to the culture. First up, I asked my closest friends what I should review in today's episode. And I got Black Mirror. So let's start with that. Now, I have only seen a few episodes of Black Mirror, but I think I know enough to explain to you guys what Black Mirror is. It started off as a show to show us what technology is like, and it's kind of like a scary little show where, oh no, should we trust technology all this way? It's been praised by critics throughout the many seasons, being picked up by Netflix. However, the past season that came out, according to my friends, wasn't very good. Now I didn't watch it. I'm just going to take her word for it. But they had a Choose Your Own Adventure episode on Netflix, and it seemed to kind of die out on our terms of what we think is relevant. But who knows with the new season. Next up, we've got something dear to my heart that everybody's going to love. We've got monkeys, primates, whatever. I don't like to uninclude gorillas and orangutans in this list. We're going to be talking about monkeys and all they stand for. First up, let's talk about the basic monkeys, the chimps and stuff. Most monkeys and chimps come from Africa in the Congo, where they just play around, they have some fun. They like to climb around. Some of them don't even touch the ground in most of their life. There's next up we got gorillas. I personally really love these gorillas. They also live in the Congo-ish area in the middle of Africa, where they're big and strong, and they like to fight for the leadership of their group. The silverback is usually the leader, and they run around little tribes. But sometimes there's a brother or another gorilla who wants to take their place, and they go and they fight around, and whoever wins gets to be the leader of the group. And they're very cute. Next up, we've got my favorite orangutans, who live in Indonesia, and they're just so cute. When they're experienced and old, somehow they grow little things on the side of their head, which kind of looks off-putting, but I think is still very cute. Unfortunately, due to palm oil expansion, they are going extinct, and I urge you to try to stop using palm oil, adopt a orangutan. I think I did that, I'm not sure. But do all you can to save the orangutans. They're beautiful little species, and they're going extinct due to greedy companies. Um, I really hope they're gonna do okay. Next up, we've got another little monkey I like, who is native to Japan. I don't quite remember their name. They're like Arctic monkeys. I don't know how they got in Japan. That's a cool question I want to ask you guys as well. They're just there's one species of one little group of monkeys in Japan who have found themselves a little home in the Japanese hot springs, and you can just go and you see them sitting around there, getting all nice and toasty, and they look like they're having a nice time. Um, Otherwise, let's go back to the general idea of monkeys, and I want to just state how jealous I am of other countries that you could just walk out and a monkey could come swinging by, and you're like, hey, what's up, monkey? And they would be like, arr, arr, arr. You know, we don't have that. We got like squirrels. Who cares? They still are acorns or whatever. How cool would it be if a monkey just walked around the neighborhood and they um, you have like monkey problems where they try to get into your house. You're like, get out of here, monkey! I don't want you in my house. But they're like, ooh, and then they like sneak around and they go through your back door while you're sleeping, and they throw a little party, and then you wake up and there's like a monkey passed out in your bed because they got into your alcohol cabinet because you didn't lock it up. Even though you have children who can easily open up that alcohol cabinet, and you're just a bad parent. But you're gonna have to take care of these little monkeys. You're gonna grab a monkey, you like take it outside, and you lay it on the ground because you're not sure if it's passed out or dead, but you don't know what to do with the monkey. You call 911, but they say they can't help because they're not vets. So you find the animal control number, and you're about to type it in, but you think this may be bad for the monkey. So you don't call them because they might take the monkey away, and you know what they're going to do with the monkey. Because monkeys don't live in America, and they might put it under some test. You don't want monkeys to be tested. So you decide to take care of the monkey yourself, and you take it back inside, and you go to your baby's room, and you find its little crib, and you put the monkey next to the baby in the crib. And you take the baby out of it because the monkey keeps squirming around and it's taking up too much room. So you take the baby out, you put it on the couch, so it just sits there for a little bit, and then you go back to the monkey and you like tickle a little bit and make some cute little sounds, and you get some little baby formula and you give it to the monkey, but you realize the monkey's drinking a little bit too much, and baby formula's gone, and the mom's gone, so you somewhere else, and you can't get any more baby formula because I don't really know how. She needs to go to the grocery store, I guess, to get more baby formula, milk. I don't really know. And so your baby's screaming and she's hungry, but you got a monkey who's screaming, who's full because they ate all the baby monkey. I hope you guys don't, or baby formula. I hope you guys didn't forget that part. And so they're both screaming in both rooms. You gotta clean the house after the monkey party you had. Remember that? And then you realize you can hear from another room the sounds of Wii Sports going on, and you go to the room where Wii Sports is, and you find two little monkeys, and they're playing Wii bowling, and you didn't even know they were there, and now you gotta take care of two more monkeys, but then you bring them both to the other monkey who was screaming, and they knew the monkey, but they didn't like the monkey, so they started grabbing it, and they're trying to pull it apart, and you don't want to watch a monkey be pulled apart, so you grab the other two monkeys, and you hold them in place, and then you put one in the other room, and you lock the doors, and then you go back to the monkey in that room, and you grab the monkey, and you go outside, and you put it in a little baby cradle, and you go to the orphanage, and you knock on the orphanage door, put it on the door steps, and you run away. You come back home, and your wife stares, she sees the baby laying on the couch, really crying and hungry because they didn't get no food, and your wife's mad at you, and she says she wants to take a break in your relationship, and she's taking the baby to and all you can do is nothing. You can't stop your wife who is determined in this, because you guys have fought before. You knew this was leading up to something. And quite honestly, you also wanted to break from her. She was kind of nagging, and so you kind of let her walk out the door with your baby, but you're depressed. You still love the baby, even if you did give all this baby formula to the monkey. But so you watch your wife leave the room, and you sit down on the couch and you think of what could have gone wrong, and you hear some screaming, and you forgot about the other monkeys in your room, and you go and look, and you see that monkey went straight through one room into the other room, and it grabbed the other monkey, and it's like doing that to it. And so you run and you grab the two monkeys, and one monkey, you have to yell at it, don't do that, that's mean, don't do that to the monkeys. And the other one, you look to see if it's okay, and it's a little bruised, but it's fine, because the other monkey wasn't very strong, it wasn't really doing that hard to it. So the other monkey, you kind of have a crisis, and you see this monkey as your baby, and you don't see it as a monkey no more. You see it as a baby human, and you hold it, and you take it to the baby cradle for real this time as a baby, and you tuck it away, and it falls asleep. And then the other one, it's kind of a pest now. You don't really want it anymore, so you kind of like put it out the door. You didn't even give it to an orphanage this time. You think they have enough of the monkeys now, but now you have a baby monkey, and then that's it. That's the hypothetical if we had just monkeys running around. Well, that's the first episode of the Spenser Simpson Culture Show. I hope you enjoy, and I'm excited to make more episodes. If you want me to talk about other culture in the future, just leave it in the comments. Like this video if you want me to make more culture videos, cause I want to explain to you culture. See you in the next episode.